What's going on, guys? Zers here, and this is going to be the first out of 2 videos I intend on doing about slut shaming. In fact, I might make a lot more video responses about people who like to complain about slut shaming, but from what I see from this point, it'll only be 2. But don't quote me on that. So, in order to help us with this conversation, I decided to go check out why people think slut shaming is wrong. And the very first video I got was a video MrRepzion made about a year ago. Apparently a lot of other people kind of feel the same way he feels. Now, MrRepzion's position on slut shaming could have changed in the last year, although I highly doubt it, considering the fact that he was upset with what MrRepzion did. However, let's go into this video response knowing that MrRepzion could have changed. Okay? With that being said, let's go.
Slut shaming. Is it right, wrong, or simply just acceptable?
It should just be acceptable. Well, that's it. That's the end of the video. So, guys, if you like this video, please go ahead and click that. Okay. Clearly, we got a little more substance to get through, so let's go.
Short little disclosure. I do not know everything, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. If by some chance you disagree with me on any topic I discuss on my channel, whether it be slut shaming or gay marriage or whatever it be, that's fine.
Except anything that has to do with religion.
I want discussion. I want people to talk. I want to hear your perspectives, your opinions, and your beliefs on different types of subjects that I talk about on my channel.
Unless it's something positive about religion. Or it has something to do with being gay being a choice.
Because as you well know, my channel can be a bit controversial at times with the...
Yeah, I don't really believe that. In fact, MrRepzion, most of the videos that you make always seem to be, how do I put this, pandering to an audience of left-wing social justice warriors and feminists. Now, I know you don't subscribe to being a feminist, and you probably hate feminists almost as much as I do. However, a lot of the shit you talk about does seem to pander towards the social justice warriors. So much so to the point where I would say you are a social justice warrior in disguise. But I won't put that on you because I don't know you personally. However, I will say this. I don't think you know what the word controversial means. Because if all of your videos are made to be on the side of the people that everyone's defending, and giving an example, you made the whole Nash Greer video and you were on the side of all of the white knight beta male bastards who said Nash Greer was fucked up. Yeah, that's not controversy. In fact, that's the opposite of controversy, because you don't make videos that your viewers disagree with. In fact, you make videos that pander to the audience that you have. On the other hand, I make lots of videos that makes people just straight up unsubscribe to me all of the fucking time, right? You know, my videos might be a little controversial. People actually have discussions and talk. And on your video, this is all kind of coming around together and say, hey, I agree. Do you agree? I agree. Yeah, we all agree. I mean, all you do is you take the best possible fucking position to take to make you look like you're sensitive, and then you complain about it as if you know what the fuck you're talking about, and then you have a whole bunch of people click the like button and subscribe because you are not taking any risks at all. Now, I guess that was a little bit of a rant as to why I really don't like MrRepzion's channel, and I don't think he's controversial at all. I think he's just pandering to a bunch of people. But let's keep going.
Things that I discuss. That being said, this is my video on why I believe that slut shaming is wrong. Before we talk about slut shaming, we have to ask the question, what is slut shaming?
It's about time other people start adding criteria to their videos. So, after MrRepzion explains what slut shaming is, everybody's gonna know what slut shaming is, and that is how a discussion is supposed to start. Thank you, MrRepzion. This will probably be the only time I ever say that to you, so do not get used to it.
My personal definition of slut shaming is the unfortunate phenomenon when a woman is mocked or degraded simply by her wearing tight, revealing clothing, or perhaps she shows a little bit of cleavage, or perhaps how much sex she's had with different men, or perhaps how much sex she hasn't had with men, but it's being rumored that she did.
In other words, slut shaming is when you call a woman a slut for being a woman. If you notice in that definition, he also included when a woman is not having sex but is rumored to be having sex. So basically, yeah, that's what he's told us. Slut shaming is when you insult a woman by calling her a slut. That's slut shaming in a nutshell. However, let's just keep listening to what MrRepzion has to say.
And of course, if you know anything about me, you would know that I think that this message is complete and utter Bullshit. What amazes me about today's generation and women and men to today is how many people think it's their business to interfere with how many times you've had sex with other people. It's no one's business how much sex I've had. It's no one's business how much sex you as a woman has had.
Not unless you're about to have sex with that man. I mean, if you have genital herpes, I think it's his business to know that you have genital herpes. It certainly is his business. In fact, if you do not know who your baby's dad is, and some guy might be the father, might not be, I think, again, that is indeed his fucking business, right? You say, hey, I think you're the father, and he's like, I don't think so, you had sex with 3 other guys over here. It certainly is his fucking business as to who you've had sex with in that situation. Now, of course, you're probably referring to people who aren't in sexual relationships with you, and you're correct. It's not their business. So much so to the point where I don't even understand why you would get up in arms if someone fucking said some shit that wasn't true about you. But I will save that for the next video.
You and I do not deserve to be hated on or degraded on simply because we had sex with more than one individual.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. I mean, no one really deserves it, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen based on your actions. No one really deserves to get put down or hurt unless they do something wrong to another person. So, I mean, yeah, I somewhat agree. You're right. No one deserves it. I mean, there's nothing much in saying a statement like that, you know? Nobody deserves unfair treatment. Of course nobody deserves it. So,
now, I'm about to say something which I think a lot of people on my channel may disagree with me on, and if you do, that's perfectly fine. But I sincerely and genuinely believe that slut-shaming contributes to what is we know as rape culture.
we don't fucking live in a rape culture.
I do believe that rape culture does exist.
Yeah, you probably believe reptiles inhabit our government then.
For those of you who don't know what rape culture is where sexual violence against women is a common thing.
Huh, I guess we don't live in a rape culture then.
And in which prevalent attitudes tolerate sexual violence against women.
Huh, I guess we really don't live in a rape culture if that's your definition.
Now I want to make it clear, sexual violence also happens to men. It happens to both genders. I'm not siding with one. However, statistically speaking, there is in fact more violence sexually against women than there is men.
That's if you don't include prison rapes. Now, some people, like Joe Rogan, would say, hey, but wait, it's men fucking other men in prison. And to that I would reply, what fucking difference would it make?
Although it happens to both genders. Slut-shaming contributes to rape culture by saying that it is okay to rape sluts.
You know, I don't really think anyone says it's okay to rape sluts. I think it's the rapist saying it's strategic to rape sluts. And you'll see what I mean as this video response goes along.
Because somehow a woman having lots of sex with different men, or revealing clothing, or because she's a little bit drunk, or because she's wearing a low-cut top showing off some cleavage, she's asking to be raped.
No, by definition, you cannot ask to be raped. However, she certainly is making it a little bit easier to do so when you're wearing less clothes. And also, one thing she is asking for is attention. Now, you're probably getting a bunch of women to say some stupid shit like this.
And not to wear makeup or only wear a little bit of makeup. And I found this especially annoying because when a girl gets ready in the morning, or at least when I get ready in the morning, I don't think about how I'm going to be impressing all these guys with my makeup. I do it for me. Whether I spend 3 minutes or 3 hours on my makeup, it's for me. It's to make me feel pretty.
Then I would reply, that's a bold-faced lie. Because in order to know that you're pretty, other people have to fucking tell you that you're pretty. So again, by definition, no one can ask to be raped, okay? I think we should all know that. But two, I mean, you are asking for attention, that much is true. That just doesn't mean you don't want to get raped, and I understand that perfectly. Like, no one deserves to get raped, and no one asked to be raped, again, by definition. So, that's not really much of any statement to say.
That's what it's saying. That's what rape culture, that's what slut-shaming does and how it contributes to rape culture. And if you
Except we don't live in a rape culture, so, yeah.
If you've been a subscriber of mine for any amount of time, you would know that I've made videos addressing men who actually do in fact believe that what a woman wears, whether it's revealing clothing or not, there are men who actually think that she's asking to be raped.
Clearly, those men do not know what the definition of the word rape means.
I don't know how many people watched my older video on the Steubenville rape case that I covered. I made 3 videos on that, about the men who grabbed that young girl, dragged her in, got her intoxicated, she was drunk, passed out, and they drug her to different parties and had sex with her, sexually assaulted her, injected their fingers into her vagina, peed on her, and many, many other horrendous things.
Pay attention to the word he just used, horrendous, because that's going to become very important in just a second.
Well, she was drunk, and one of the men's logic was, in fact, he didn't know it was rape.
Could it be possible that he was just lying? I don't think anyone's that damn stupid, but let's just say he did know what he was doing was rape. Doesn't matter, he still needs to go his ass to fucking jail. So, I mean, they still incarcerated him, so let's keep going.
Because she was passed out. So, I'm proving a point here that rape culture does in fact exist.
Yeah, see, so as MrRepzion is trying to prove his point, he's just kind of proved mine, and he has shown us that we don't live in a fucking rape culture. You see, by even saying that rape is wrong, proves we don't fucking live in a rape culture. By your definition of a rape culture, it is when attitudes of rape are normalized and condoned. By you even saying that rape is wrong shows us we don't live in a fucking rape culture. By your definition. So, yeah, I have a whole video on rape culture anyway, but I think we need to talk about this a little more, because I'm sick of fucking hearing about it.
And that I do believe that slut-shaming contributes to this idea that rape culture says it's okay to rape you because you're passed out, or you're this, or you're that, or you're dressing this way, and that's wrong.
Yeah, and see, you're further showing us how we don't live in a rape culture. By you saying that it's wrong and that you have hundreds of thousands of people agreeing with you that it's wrong, shows us we don't live in a culture that condones rape. No one condones raping a woman, especially not a grown woman. Especially not a grown white woman. Oh, fuck no. You'll never fucking see anybody. You'll never see an adult white woman get raped and not one person take it seriously. Won't happen. Sorry, at least not in the court system. You know, so again, I mean, this is proof that we don't live in a rape culture. By you even saying that rape is wrong and having thousands of people agree with you shows that we don't condone rape, and therefore it's not fucking a rape culture. So, yeah.
Completely and utterly wrong. A woman or man, based upon what they wear, what they drink, what they do, is not asking to be raped.
Yes, by definition, we already know that. However, let's talk about this one for a second. Because while rapists are probably some of the worst people that exist right now in our society, and they're quite the evil sons of bitches, I'm not inclined to think that they're damn stupid. I think to some degree they have to be something intelligent. And I think that having sex with a slut or raping a slut is a strategic move. It makes sense. Think about it for a second. People know her reputation. People know she's a slut. So if she claims to have been raped by some guy, everyone's going to be like, whatever, she just regrets it, or it's just drunk sex. And this is a shield, a barrier to protect the rapist if he ever actually did rape that girl. But because we don't know, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But whatever. The point that I'm making is this. The sluts have reputations that they're sluts and that they're easy. And so because they have this reputation that they're easy, when the rapist thinks that it's fucking fine to rape them. They think it's easy. They think it's strategic. They probably don't think that it's fine in the sense that, well, I'm morally dignified or nothing's going to happen to me. They think it's fine that, well, no one's going to believe her and that's going to safeguard me from the ramifications of my horrible action. So, yeah, we all know rape is wrong, but we have to prepare women for the reality of the fucking world instead of telling them and telling men not to rape, because that's damn stupid. So let's keep going.
It's an absurd notation. It's an absurd position to hold. And I think that any guy or any woman who holds the position that someone is asking to be raped has serious mental problems.
I don't think they have mental problems. I just think they don't understand what the word rape means.
Rape is caused by rapists.
The same way car accidents are caused by cars.
Whether it be from misogyny or misandry, or institutionalized tolerance of that specific behavior.
Yeah, okay, so those are the causes of rape. So how are we going to prevent women from being raped? Oh, that's right, we should teach them how not to get raped. But wait, that's victim blaming. No, the fuck it's not. It's called preparing for bad situations.
Not how a woman talks, not how she walks, not how she drinks, not by the clothes that she wears, and of course, not by her being a quote-unquote slut.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you guys can just go back to the points where I interjected and review what I said.
As many people like to call it. There's a woman by the name of Heather Jarvis. If you look it on Wikipedia, it's in association with Slut Walk, which I don't know how many people know what that is, but it happens in Seattle and other places in different states, one of which I participated in Seattle Slut Walk last year. However, she says this: being in charge of our sexual lives should not mean that we are opening ourselves to an expectation of violence, regardless if we participate in sex for pleasure or work. No one should equate enjoying sex with attracting sexual assault. This goes not only for women, but also men too. And she is completely right in this statement. I do believe that slut-shaming takes away women's right to freely express themselves through their sexuality in fear of being scrutinized by what we know as those slut-shamers such as men and women.
So let me get this one straight. So, because other people have opinions on their actions, which may or may not be true, somehow women are forced to not be able to do whatever they want to fucking do. To that I reply, you can't let other people's opinions control you. You can't let what other people think have an effect on you. Okay? If you want to be a slut, be a fucking slut. No one's going to stop you. Now, I don't think it's a good idea, but you can do it. And if you're not a slut and someone calls you a slut, well, I can understand why that would take a little bit of offense to you. But again, we're going to talk about that in the next video. So, yeah, let's wrap this up.
Alike. I believe that people should know the meaning behind the words that they say.
I'm pretty sure some people do. Like me. I call sluts sluts because the word slut means a promiscuous woman. If the woman is not promiscuous, then by definition, she's not a slut. Okay, and one thing you're gonna find out, it's really more like women that actually shame other women for getting fucked by guys that they themselves want to fuck. So really, this whole slut-shaming message should be sent out to other women, but ironically, it always seems to be more focused on men. It's really strange to me for some reason, but let's keep going.
They should know what they mean when they use certain words towards people to degrade them and their sexuality. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow reptiles. That is my opinion on slut-shaming and why I think it is wrong. Feel free to disagree and write comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. My name is MrRepzion, also known as Daniel Soulsbach. Peace, the rep out.
Glad you left the door open for me to disagree. Otherwise, his feelings might be hurt. Kind of like Essence of Thought, right? Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna make Essence of Thought a running gag on my channel now. Well, with that being said, that's my video response, and I just kind of want to have to say this. You know, I don't really dislike MrRepzion or Daniel. I despise the content he puts out, but he himself, he's probably a really good person. I think at heart he probably really does want to help people, but I just think he's misguided. In my personal opinion, I think he panders a lot to people, and he's not taking risks. He gets on the left-wing side where most people fucking are going to agree with him, and he runs with that. So I feel like I don't feel like he's genuine, you know, in some of his videos. I feel like he's just saying what he needs to say in order to get a whole bunch of people to give him praise and approval, and that's no real way to go about doing anything. But again, I think maybe at heart, I think he may want to do the right thing, but I think it's a mixture of him being disingenuous with his opinions just to look cool, and he really does care empathetically about depressed people. So I can't hate MrRepzion outright, but I do think he says some ridiculously stupid shit sometimes. So yeah, expect more video responses to this guy. So yeah, I don't hate the kid. The kid, man, he's older than me. I don't hate the guy. That's just my opinion. So yeah, next video we're gonna talk about sluts, and we're gonna talk about why women don't like being called sluts. So stay tuned for that. And guys, as always, if you like this video, please go ahead and click that button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comments below, and as always, have a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.